My name is Gabby.
And I'm Mike.
And today, I'm making sure my mic's on, it's on. We're gonna do a part 2 walkthrough of the Hyundai Palisade Ultimate Calligraphy. What else? I feel like I'm missing a word.
No, I think that's enough words, but this is the evil twin right here.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So I brought a black one today instead of the white one. The last one you saw white on a beige or creamish interior.
Yep.
Now you're gonna see black on black on black.
So this one is, of course, much more dark. Now there are some things I do like more about the black interior, and we're gonna let you guys give us your opinion, because I find that the ambient lighting shines so much brighter with the black interior. It's much more
That's true. Yeah, that's
drastic,
true. The
right?
one thing I think I don't like is that it's not as defined because it's all black, right? So you don't get that definition.
Well, we want to hear what you guys think. Of course, this is a live video, so you guys do have access to our live chat box. That's where you guys can ask us questions, make comments, let us know if you like the black or the cream interior a little bit better. And what else do we have to say? We got our 3 reasons why we do these videos. So number 1, you may own a Kia or Hyundai vehicle. We want to tell you guys all about it, give you ownership tips, tricks, just things you may have not learned when you picked up your vehicle.
Number 2, if you're in the market for a vehicle, we definitely would like you to consider a Kia or a Hyundai on your selection list, which you're probably already doing.
Yep. And then number 3, if you do land on purchasing a new vehicle and you've decided on either Kia or Hyundai, or even both, we want to be your local dealership. So as long as you're in Ontario, we have 3 stores: Brantford Kia, Brantford Hyundai, and Owen Sound Hyundai. Any of these stores would be happy to help you out with your purchasing needs, and of course the links are in our bio.
Yes.
But we will get into the video. I'm going to show you guys how you can join our live chats if you do want to catch our next video. Now, we typically go live every weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesdays and Thursdays are primarily Hyundai vehicles, and then every other day we definitely do, or sometimes we'll do an extra Hyundai, but we'll have Kias. So over here on our YouTube page, you'll see under the live category or home, an upcoming video. So once 2 p.m. hits, you just got to refresh your page. Our Wi-Fi is really fast here. Oh, that was actually pretty quick. I'm quite impressed. So now it shows live. We can just click on that there. It'll load us in. You may have to watch an ad, but you'll see on the right side over there, we have our live chat box. That's where you guys can ask us questions or just say hello. Towards the end, we'll always come back to my computer over here and go through the comments we may have missed, because we can't really see them while we are filming. But without further ado, let's go check her out. So, like I mentioned before, Ultimate Calligraphy, this is the fully loaded model for the Hyundai Palisade. It has everything you can need and more. So much so that we had to split our review into 2 separate parts. So this is the second half of the walk around video. Today we're going to focus primarily on the technology and safety here. I'm going to start off by remote starting the vehicle. We're not going to leave it on too long just because we are inside. And to do that, you'll grab your key fob here, your smart key. You got lock, unlock, your tailgate, panic, forwards and backwards, and then your start. So let's do it. First you're going to hit lock, and then press and hold remote start. Hold it for about 3 seconds. Your lights will flash. Engine's on. And now to move your vehicle with your key fob, we're going to move it forwards. All you got to do is press and hold. Be in a close proximity of your vehicle. And here she comes. And then she'll brake. So it does sense objects around you. You'll notice on the front of your vehicle here, we have parking sensors. And that's what's used to notice if there is anything around you. So even if you're not remote smart parking it and you're doing it yourself, you're just inching into your garage or another parking spot, those sensors will go off once you get too close to something, and the vehicle will emergency brake for you. This is great especially for the back, because this is a very, very long and big vehicle. You may not see pedestrians or even cyclists come up from behind you. This car will see it and will warn you.
So that feature is new for the 23 Palisades.
Yes, it is.
Yes, they
brand
might
new.
have those on the 22s.
It's exclusive to this trim level as well too, so you can't get this on the Urban or the Preferred. Now I'm also going to go back and turn on the lights without the engine this time, because we want to breathe. And you'll see we have full LED headlights. All right, we'll leave the key in there so it doesn't beep again. So super, super bright, super sharp. These headlights are redesigned for 2023, so the vehicle definitely has a much more aggressive and sleek look to it than it did in the previous generations. You'll see we also have an updated grille as well. This grille is exclusive to the Ultimate Calligraphy trim. I was about to say to the Palisade. Of course it is. We also have cameras integrated into the grille here. They're a little hard to see, but there's your front camera. That's going to be used also to aid in parking. When you do approach something close, it'll give you a live feed of whatever is in your camera range. Now we'll come along the side, take a look at the wheels. 20-inch alloy wheels, super nice design, almost like a turbine style design. Looks super good, but that's not exactly tech or safety. Over here, this is kind of safety. This is actually a turn signal repeater. So on most vehicles, you'll see it right over here. And that's great because you can still see a little bit of the glare from the sides or from in front or behind. But here, if there's a vehicle driving ahead of you, they can look in their rear view and see that you are indicating a turn. It's just much more visible, so it is a great, great safety feature to have. Right underneath there, we do have another camera. So both on the left and right side of the vehicle, you have a blind view monitor. So that is almost like blind spot detection, but even better. It's gonna give you a live camera feed of whatever is in your blind spot. You can see curbs if you're trying to parallel park. Of course, you'll see other vehicles if you're merging lanes on the highway. It's a great, great safety feature, and the camera is such high quality, you can see anything. Over here, this is one of my favorite technology features, and it's not even that advanced. Kia and Hyundai have had this in their vehicles forever, but essentially, as long as you have the key somewhere on you, whether it be your pocket or in your bag, you can just walk up to your car, press this button there, it'll unlock the doors for you. You don't have to touch your key ever again if you don't want to. I absolutely love it. So we focused a lot more on the styling in our first walkthrough of this vehicle. We also did have a white one instead. Let me know what you guys think of the black paint. I think it looks so, so nice. If you guys aren't aware, Hyundai does complimentary white paint, and you do have to pay an upcharge for black paint, and Kia is the opposite. So fun little fact there.
So this one does come in at $250 more.
For this paint, yeah.
Yes, than the white version that we had, and then that brings us to $59,024 MSRP. Still same fuel efficiency at 11.2 liters per 100 kilometer.
So if you guys missed this, it did have a power or does have a power tailgate, and that is on all trim levels. You can adjust the height, so if you're a little bit shorter, if your garage has lower clearance, it can open to whatever height you'd like, and you can even change the speed. Now for your back seats here, here's something that Kia does not have in their Telluride, which is the sister vehicle of this vehicle. And that is power folding rear seats. So the very, very third row, I can press these buttons here to either fold or recline them. So this is super, super handy. And not only can you do this here from the very back if you're loading something in right away, you can also do it from your main head unit screen. So if someone else is loading materials into your vehicle for you, you don't have to come out and come around. They don't have to fiddle with your buttons. You can have everything prepped for them without exiting your car, which is great. Underneath here, we have our jack, I was going to say latch, our jack for our spare tire, which is located underneath the vehicle. You also have your tow hooks, and then we do have this bonus little privacy cargo cover. It perfectly tucks under here, so if you're not using it because you're using your third row seats, you have somewhere to put it without making room in your garage.
I just realized that you would use that if and only when these seats are down, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, I got it.
So that's where the access point is for the cargo cover. It's way in there. So if you have third row seats or third row passengers, it's not exactly, it doesn't make sense. Now also up there, we'll get a closer look because I will sit in the third row for you guys, but you'll see we have some more adjustments for your seats. If you have any people sitting in the third row, they can recline or straighten out their seat from pressing a button because of course there's no latches there for them. You do have car seat anchors on each of these seats as well, so if you do have little ones, you have car seat anchors. Now we'll close this up. It's a little hard to tell, but there is LED lighting inside this cabin area here. Right over here you can actually select the switch to turn it all on, off, or just all on when the tailgate is open. So we'll close this up. And you'll notice throughout this vehicle, all the trim pieces have a bit more of a sophisticated and sleek look to them. So you'll see a lot of aluminum finishes, a lot of a satin chrome, so all our door handles here and around your pillars, it just looks so good. The execution for the styling, phenomenal. And like I said earlier, these LED lights, they're super, super sharp. It's hard to tell about the tail lights right now, but they are LEDs as well. So when you brake, people will definitely see. I'm gonna turn on the hazards so you guys can see what the light movements look like in this vehicle. And you also get a good shot of the turn signal repeaters there.
I'm sure people have noticed because we've shot this, but the front grille is also redesigned for 2023 as long as the signal repeaters.
Yeah.
Nice.
But check that out. Doesn't that look awesome? I feel like we should film this car at nighttime one day just to show how bright and beautiful the lights look at night. All right, so I'm gonna quickly hop in and turn our hazard lights off. All interior lighting in this vehicle is LED as well, so if you ever are looking for something you may have dropped, you can definitely see. You also have ambient lighting, so I don't know if you guys can see a bit of a purple cast along the dash there. You can change it to whatever color you like. It's pretty nice.
I'll get more of it when I'm on that.
Yeah.
Too, yeah.
Here's a safety feature that not a lot of people think about. All of these windows in the vehicle, so your 4 main windows, they're express up and down, but they also have pinch protection. So if you have pets or little ones that like to put their arms or heads out the window, once you signal for your window to go up, if it senses an object, it'll drop right back down. So great safety feature to have. You also have smart exit assist. So picture this. You park your vehicle, the car turned up.
You say you park your vehicle
Yeah.
and it turns off. So sophisticated. No, I'm
It's
joking.
so advanced. So if you parallel park your vehicle on a busy road and you have kids or just rear passengers getting out, it'll lock the doors if it senses a vehicle approaching in your blind spot. So you don't have to worry about your door getting ripped off or anybody getting hurt. Great if you do live in a busy area where that is frequently a problem. I hate having to look and racing to get out of my seat before another car comes. There's a lot of comfort features in here. Like I said, I'm going to try to focus more on the safety and technology. I will mention this vehicle does have tow mode. So this is new for 2023. It always had a 5,000-pound towing capacity, but now you can set, sorry about the beeping, guys. Oh my goodness. All right, she's done. Now you can set the weight. So if you're towing a very, very light trailer, you can have your vehicle geared to set for towing a light trailer. It's not going to work too hard, but it is going to make the correct shift points for such towing.
I feel that.
Oh, I guess we can kind of hint at the video we filmed right before this. So we did an unwrapping video of this vehicle because these vehicles come with so much plastic, so much stickers on them. So me and Mike just did a couple ASMR clips of peeling it, and we actually left one to show you guys in a second. So when Mike hops over, he'll peel that for you guys.
Is that a hint for me to hop over?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to answer a question from Anthony because this is a question I should answer right now. Yes, I don't know what dealership told you can't order anymore Hyundais, but you can order, at least with us. And we actually have about 30 new units that are on site for sale that you don't have to order. So inventory levels are getting way better, and we actually have available units you don't have to wait for now.
So I believe what he may be mentioning is probably like for Kia, there's no factory orders anymore. Like you can't place an order at the factory, but you can get an incoming vehicle, like add your name to the queue for said vehicle.
He asked for Hyundai specifically, but maybe he does mean that too.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was a little bit vague. But if you did, you could re-comment back and let me know.
Here's one thing that's brand new for 2023 that I want to show you guys, and that is a digital rear view mirror. Now, you may love it, you may hate it, but it is absolutely crystal clear. And one of the benefits of that is if you have a full house, meaning a bunch of people that's sitting in your seats, you're not going to see heads, you're not going to have to tell everybody to duck down because you can't see out of your rear view. You have a digital
Let's
one.
show them an example. Let's do this. Because this was the thing that blew me away. Yes, the other day when I was driving back.
It's cool, eh?
Yeah, because it's just headrest. So turn it off.
Okay, let's quickly shut it off.
And here you've got, someone's head. Like you could barely see out of there, right?
Yeah, plus it's kind of scary.
But look at this. This is like instant. Boom.
That's amazing.
Just all road, all cars.
Yep. And then you do have HomeLink built in here as well.
I had to emphasize that because I was extremely impressed. It's so safe. It's so much more safe.
I have had a customer mention to me, she picked up a new Telluride that has the same feature. She's like, I don't know if I like it. So easy to turn off, and then it just
exactly.
becomes
Just
a
flick
regular
it.
mirror
Boom.
again. Super, super nice and easy, and it is still adjustable as a regular rear view mirror
Look at
would
the
be.
quality.
Look, you can see a
right
man
out.
walking over there.
And he's not
He's not
close.
He is not close
Yeah,
at all.
wow, he's in the other.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
So that area is pretty far. Now for technology, we have dual 12.3-inch displays. So your main cluster over here is all a beautiful LCD display. You have everything you need for your driving info, even navigation displayed over here. I will cycle through some of the menus, and I'm also going to show you guys our heads-up display. So in this vehicle, we have a beautiful 10-inch heads-up display. It's really hard for you guys to tell how big it is, but it's super, super detailed. That line right above the 0 kilometers per hour is actually going to be used with your smart cruise control, and it is going to set the end of the vehicle ahead of you to be at that white checkpoint mark. So it's not going to let the vehicle get any closer. It's going to either speed you up or bring you back down, slow you down again, take you all the way to stop and go traffic. It is a great, great system. That little white rectangle over there is your speed limit. So of course right now we're not on an actual road, so it's just gonna be blank. But once I hit the highway or a main road, it'll show me what my speed limit is. This is great if you're traveling somewhere you're not used to.
I'm telling you, I can almost see the license plate on that car.
Oh my goodness.
What Gabby was just talking about there, that's not new to 2023, but the size of it is new.
Yes,
it's
the
a lot
size of it's
bigger.
new. It is so, so nice to have. And if you're not a fan of heads-up display, because some people aren't, especially if you like to wear sunglasses, you may not see it. You can shut it off, and you can also adjust the height and even the angle if you do kind of drive with a little curve in your neck, a little tilt.
Wait, we're gonna answer this question. Bleep mop, you can still, even the rear view mirror, you could still spy on your kids in the back because it's got,
One of these.
yeah, trust me, I use that a lot.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, so you could still spy on your kids in the back with that.
Yep. So in our main 12.3-inch display here, here's your actual touchscreen display. We can slide over, see our map. So this is of course standard in the Hyundai Palisade. It is of course data free, so as long as it doesn't matter where you are in the world or where you are in North America, you will have your maps here. You have your nav menu where you could save addresses, whether it be work, home, or a favorite. One of my favorite things about this vehicle is passenger talk. So this is essentially an intercom system built into your vehicle. I don't know if you guys can hear my voice change a little bit, but it's taking my voice from here with our microphone and projecting it into the speakers in the back. So if you do have a full house, every seat's taken, you may not be able to get your point across to people sitting in the third row. This will ensure you don't have a problem with that. And then once you're done getting your message across, you just press end, and it's all done. It's back to regular scheduled programming. There we go. Quiet mode actually does the opposite. So if you do have rear passengers and they are sleeping, or you have a pet back there and you just don't want to disturb them with your music, this is going to mute the speakers in the back. These speakers specifically are Harman Kardon premium sound. So you have 12 of them all the way into the very, very boot of this vehicle. So all throughout the vehicle, you get a perfectly crystal clear sound, unless of course you have quiet mode on. In that case, only the front
like
drivers.
that feature.
It's awesome, eh?
Like I personally don't need the because I'm loud. I mean,
Yeah.
Japan Creek just said I'm super loud. He doesn't need coffee. So yeah, sorry, I apologize for that. But that quiet mode, it would be definitely great. You're on a road trip, like me and my wife, kids are sleeping in the back, but we want to listen to our things. That's clutch.
It's super nice to have. We do have our rear temperature control and just our temperature control in general accessible on the screen here, or you can also use your main climate control panel here. Now for your rear passenger climate, they can set it themselves, and we'll show you that in a second. But if you have young kids that might play around and turn the heat on in the summer, this is great because you can lock them out. Just had to turn the system back on. Here's something that's new as well, and that is your seatbelt alert. So there is 5 seats in the very back of this vehicle, because we have 2 rear captain's chairs in the second row and 3 seats in the back. This is going to let you know who doesn't have their seatbelt on, and no one can lie about it because it's right over there. So right now nobody's got their seatbelt. Also in the main screen, this is where you can play around with your vehicle's driver assistance settings. So of course with this trim level you get everything. There's Highway Drive Assist number 2, which let's pull it up. Essentially, it's a smart cruise control that also knows the navigation data wherever you're driving. It's going to maintain your steering to make sure you're centered in your lane, but it'll also predict upcoming curves on the road. So if you're on the highway and there's a slight bend, it will literally steer for you. You could take your hands off the wheel and the car will cover the rest of it. Now you can't completely go autopilot and just lay back and do your own thing. You do have to provide some gentle input to the steering wheel or else it will shut off. Of course, it'll warn you before it shuts off, so you're not gonna be stuck. Now, if you're not a fan of these features, they're super easy to turn off, or you can adjust them to just work better in your way. Let's say if you don't like the forward collision avoidance, but you want it to warn you still, so you don't want it to brake, just warn you, you can do that. But back on the Highway Drive Assist topic, here you see, it assists driving on a highway according to the set speed and the distance while keeping your vehicle centered in the lane. It also does a full automated lane change. So to do that, we have done a video on it if you guys want to see it in action. Can't exactly do it right now. But as you're driving on the highway with it on, you're going to indicate your turn, whether it be left or right, and keep your hands on the wheel. The vehicle does the rest. Of course, it's going to make sure it's safe to do so. Once it is, there you go. It also does auto speed changes. So if you are in a 90 zone and then approach 100 or 110, it'll automatically do that for you. So, super cool, eh?
Yeah,
Mike's looking like,
I wish
what?
I could take my driving test again, but with these features, right? I just press the button. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, and the best part is, let's say you're not a fan of one of those things, uncheck. It's gone. Yeah. Super, super easy. So you're not forced to use any of these features. Warning methods. If you find that the warnings for, let's say, a blind spot collision avoidance or a forward collision avoidance is too loud or too quiet, you can adjust that, which is great. There are rear and front parking sensors, like I mentioned. The rear one is fantastic. We actually tried to hit our general manager, Tim, with Carnival, which is Kia's van, and it saved him, so.
You really tried.
Yeah, we tried to hit him with the car. I said, Tim, we need you for a video. He's like, okay, no problem. Okay, I want you to run behind the moving vehicle.
Yeah, sign this waiver.
Yes. Driving safety, so forward collision avoidance over here. You can set the warning timing too if you want it to be a little bit later if you find it's too early, or if you find it's too late, set it back to standard. Lots and lots of things to go through here. There's so much in this vehicle. I did mention to you guys the camera for your blind spot, so I'm actually going to show you now. I'm going to have to quickly turn on the engine, so don't mind the noise.
And if we faint.
Yeah, and if we faint, you guys know where we are.
Yeah.
All right, so on our digital cluster here, I'm just going to indicate a left turn, and there you go. Super, super clear quality. You can see the grout in the tiles. You can see the outlet and our sockets.
And I didn't notice, mention that, you know how it tilts down a little bit, which is great because then you can see the curb.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know, you don't scrape your tire, hit it with it too.
With a vehicle like this, it's pretty big. It's a long vehicle. Parallel parking this isn't always the easiest, especially if you have people in the back seats that are moving around, jumping around. It is so, so nice because you can see exactly where the curb ends and where your wheel is. You'll be the best parker ever. Now, if that wasn't enough, I'll show you guys our full 360 view camera. So this is essentially a top-down view based on all the cameras around the vehicle. So your front cameras, your side cameras, and your rear camera. You can see exactly where you are, make sure you're in the lanes. You can see where your wheels are going to end up if you start to reverse. We have our backup camera up here, or to the side over here. And then we have this super, super cool 3D camera. So it's being a little crazy here because Mike has his door open.
Oh yeah, let me close that.
All right, now it looks normal. So you can see exactly where we are in our video bay. You can see the car that's parked over to the right of us. It is super, super, super cool. If you do end up towing with this vehicle, you also have this additional camera. I like to call it the hitch camera.
That's cool.
Super, super good to see where your trailer's ending up. As soon as you throw your vehicle into reverse, your 360 view camera and your rear camera will automatically come up. Now, this is just good if you are double checking your parking or just want to look at your cameras for whatever reason. We also have the option to turn off our parking sensors. So this is great if you do put a bike rack or a trailer on your vehicle. That way it's just not beeping at you all the time. You have downhill braking assist and auto stop and start. So this is going to stop your engine when you come to a stop, whether it be at a stoplight or just in a drive-through. And then your engine will turn back over as you go to move again. It's not going to turn off your media, so you'll still be listening to music. It doesn't even really feel like the engine shut off unless your window's down or you have no media on, and then you'll actually hear it and clue in. Over here, we have our drive and terrain modes. So these are super interesting. It's available in all Palisade models. We'll start off with drive mode. So you can see drive is illuminated and so is comfort. Comfort mode is just a nice, easy blend. Honestly, it's not too peppy. It's not dull at all. Pretty good fuel efficiency. It's just a very comfortable ride, hence the name. Now we drop it down to eco. This will make the throttle a little bit less sensitive, but it's going to prioritize fuel efficiency, so that's of course its main goal. It's also going to send the power, oh my gosh, primarily to the front wheels. So although this is an all-wheel drive vehicle, eco mode will be mainly front-wheel drive. Now sport mode is going to do the opposite. It's going to give you all the power you need.
Hit that again. Hit that again. Go back and forth. We got to get this one still.
Okay. So back to eco mode and then down to sport. You can see our digital gauge cluster changes themes. Pretty cool, eh? And I don't know if you guys could hear that, but there is heavy, heavy bolstering on this vehicle. Once you throw it into sport mode, the bolsters are going to come in and hug you and put you into place in the seats. It is quite nice. If you want to manually adjust your bolsters, you can. You have power seats all throughout the vehicle that will come around and show you again. But we did go very in depth with them on our comfort and just general review.
I also noticed I took it out of sport mode. And at the bottom of your seat, that also comes up in sport mode too. And then it was sinking. I'm like, oh no, sorry, it sinks down. So it kind of caves in to hold your bum in place. And then it was coming back up in eco. So it was, people don't think that's a big deal. It's huge.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's really, really nice.
You need a hug. Your car can do it for you.
I think the only other car our group offers that does that is the Kia Stinger, so our sports sedan. And it is really nice. So after sport mode, well, I don't know if I fully mentioned everything about it. So it's going to make your throttle much more sensitive. Your steering's also going to be a bit more stiff. It's going to be a much more fun drive. Will consume a little bit more fuel, but miles per gallon, all right? Okay, next up, we have smart mode. So smart mode actually blends between all three of these drive modes. So if you're taking it easy on the highway, or sorry, taking it easy in the city, you're not really asking for much from the car, it's going to be primarily a mix of comfort and eco mode. But let's say you go to pass somebody on the highway and you're absolutely flooring it, or you're just showing off for whatever reason, it'll tilt you into sport mode and then back to whatever drive mode you start doing. So it listens to you. The car listens to you. Over here we have auto hold. So this uses your brake to fully hold you at a stop once you depress the brake pedal fully. So let's say I'm at a drive-through waiting for my food or waiting to order. I'm, of course, at a complete stop. I don't have to put my car in a park. This will hold me at a stop. I can take my foot off, and then once I hit the gas, it'll release. We also have a shift-by-wire transmission, so this is quite interesting. This might be new for some people. It is super, super easy to use. All you gotta do is fully depress the brake pedal and select which gear you'd like to be in. It's that simple. You don't have to worry about throwing your car into reverse while you're in the driveway, or not in the driveway, on the highway, because you went to go turn off your climate control or something. It won't do that. It has to be like in regular transmission where you have to unlock it with the brake pedal. Over here, we have some comfort features, so some ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, and then the same thing for the passengers.
And in the rear.
And in the rear.
Yeah, I'm only saying there's so many comments, so many questions,
Yeah,
right?
there's so much.
Yeah, so I'm going to mention that because that was like a ton of questions now.
Yeah.
Heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated front seats, heated and ventilated quad captain. Look at the ambient there right now. That looks great.
I know we're going to get a lot of comments saying you didn't show this, or this, but we did. We did this vehicle already on Tuesday, but because there is so much in this vehicle and it's big, we had to split into 2 videos or else it's going to be an hour long. So
Yeah, exactly. One last thing, sorry,
Yeah.
just because people keep talking about it. So the heads-up display doesn't show a map. It has turn by turn.
Yes.
Even if you were to program it here in the middle, you could do turn by turn too as well. And the map is only here. So on the heads up display, you get the speed, you get your blind spot detection, and you get your turn by turn.
Yeah, so I saw someone comment on that yesterday. They're like, oh, can you have your map in your main cluster there like Audi? And no, you can only have your turn by turn. So if I set it to my house, it'll tell me to make a right here and it'll show make a right there. But that's about it. You can also have the compass view, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, that's the one I keep because I'm not like I don't have that pigeon, that homing skills, and I gotta know where I'm going sometimes.
I'm gonna quickly grab the camera.
Hold on, and I'm gonna step out so you can get a full view of the ambient after you do that.
All right. So on the right side over here, this is our button to initiate cruise control. To set your speed right over here, set your following distance, and then this is to turn on your steering assistance. Once you press this and your gauge is on, let's turn everything back on again. So we'll press that, and you will see, sorry guys, we need gas. We see that icon over there, and then if I go to turn it off, it'll disappear. So easy as that to turn on or off your driver assistance. Over here you have your media controls, so of course your voice commands, mode switches between Bluetooth, AM radio, FM radio, Sirius XM, whatever it is you want to listen to. We have our phone button over here to answer calls, and then this is a favorite button. So when you get the vehicle, it's going to be blank, but then let me just quickly press that. It'll take us to our menu where we can set it to do whatever we'd like. So you can make this initiate quiet mode right away. You can make it go to your home screen, voice memo, whatever you want it to do. In my personal vehicle, I selected reject or end call because it seems the most natural. But there's honestly so much you can do with these custom buttons. And if you look down here, you'll see we have another one. So you can select what that one does on the nav menu, and then you get a couple more options here. All right.
Oh, so they're separate. Programmable.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was so the passenger can hit
the
same thing. Here, let me show you guys that ambient. Oh wait, how come it's not on the door?
Did you close it?
Did I close it properly? Did I close any door properly? Wait, one door is open. There we go.
There we go. All right.
So you guys can really see. So here's the thing. On the black interior, stands out so much.
Yeah.
And
it's definitely much more noticeable.
yeah, this is new to 23 as they put it under the venting. Before it was only on the sides and then in the back here. Let me get it a little bit. I wish it would go to the third row, but I mean, you don't need it in the third row.
Yeah.
Okay,
before we hop to the very back, I'll show you guys what's under here. So you give it a push. Beautiful opening. We have our wireless phone charger, and this is a rapid one. So a thing with inductive charging is it's not necessarily the most efficient way to charge your phone. It typically takes a long time, and your phone usually gets very hot. So this is a fast charger, will not overheat your phone. We also have 2 cup holders. That's not really safety or technology, but USB port there for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then this might be hard for Mike to film, but we'll try.
It's hard because it's all black.
Yeah, it's super dark in here. All right, over there you'll see we have another USB and then a 12 volt as well. So lots of places to potentially charge your phone. Now I'll hop into the back and show you guys what else we got over there.
The LEDs are very bright. Like I didn't see any of what you were showing until you turned it on. So that was a good showcase of just how bright LEDs are. I was in a car before, yesterday that was just regular lighting, and what a difference I noticed. I'm like, no LEDs in here? Like I felt like I couldn't see anything, right? Like so, you notice these things, guys, when you own something like that and you go back. you'll notice.
All right. So right away, almost the first thing I always see when I hop in these vehicles, you have USB-C ports built into the backs of the seat, so driver and passenger. USB-C is, of course, a faster way to charge your phone. A lot of modern phones come with a USB-C adapter instead of a regular USB one. If you only have USB, though, we do have one up there, or you can use the wireless phone charger. Now down here, we do have a 12 volts, so you can plug in any adapter there. It's great for even like those little inflation kits if you need to inflate a bike tire or a pool floaty if you're having a beach day. Lots of places you can charge things here. And then you also have a household outlet right there. So for laptops or anything bigger, you could do, I mean, there's so much space over here. You can have like a little salon, a hair blower or something.
I was thinking like an Xbox.
Yeah, that too, I guess. All right, and in the back here, this is the climate control panel I was talking to you about. So you can lock your rear passengers out of here, or you can give them free range to access whatever they'd like. So you can see we have our temperature control, our directions, and then our fan speed, and they can completely shut it off. Right above that, we have our heated seats and ventilated seats, and you can see we have 3 different levels for each. Nice. I have a tiny little piece of plastic here. Let's pull this off for you guys. That one was quiet. Yes. And then, Mike, it might be better if you show on your door.
Yes,
but on the doors themselves, you can see we have 2 cup holders, which is quite cool. Not exactly safety or tech, but pretty nice.
Like coffee, water.
Yep, and like I mentioned earlier, these are the pinch protection windows. So if I had my arm up and then the driver went to go close my window, it'll sense my arm and drop back down. You don't have to worry about any lost limbs. Which is
we also
nice.
have this as usual. This as usual. That was not smooth. I thought that was gonna be cool. And from the outside, you can't see.
Yep. So sunshades.
Look at that.
It's super nice that Kia and Hyundai integrate these into the vehicles as well, because of course you can buy them from Walmart or something, but it just looks so much nicer when it's built into the vehicle. More LED lights up here, super, super nice, super bright, and then our vents for the rear seats. Now these seats themselves, they are super, super comfy, and like I mentioned, heated and ventilated. What more could you ask for? You got places to charge your phone. But honestly, the amount of space you have in the very, very rear seats is still quite impressive, so I'm gonna hop back there. We have 2 options to fold this seat. So if I was just loading people in from the side door, I could press the one over here, or I could press the one on the shoulder. Yeah. The shoulder is especially helpful for if you have somebody in the rear seat that needs to get out, because of course this is one that's going to be easiest for them to reach.
If you forget your kids in the back, they can get out.
Like, Mom. All right, I'll grab the camera from you, Mike, just to show what's back here. You'll see on the side, we have our adjustments for our backrests. We have a USB-C, 2 more cup holders. There are vents back here as well too. And then there is your motion sensors. So if you turn off your vehicle and go to exit, so as soon as you open the driver door, it's gonna say check rear seats for passengers or objects. So if it senses movement back here, whether it's I don't know, you went to go put a bag over there, or you left your dog.
Hopefully
you don't leave your dog in the car.
That was in my face. There we go. Yeah.
It'll remind you to check your rear seats, which is great. Another thing it does is it reminds you to check your wireless phone charger. So because the bottom is completely black, and chances are your phone screen is probably black, it'll tell you to go back and check it so you don't leave your phone in the car. You don't have to worry about that. And then I will show you guys what these buttons do, or what it looks like in action. Okay. So I'm gonna move it forwards. Look at that, backwards. So I can have it at quite the recline when I'm back here. You can see headroom-wise, there's a good amount of space, and the roof actually concaves upwards a little bit. So that way it gives the illusion of even more headroom. Actually gives physical headroom a lot more.
It does give you
you headroom, but it also makes you feel like there's a lot more space around you too, which is quite nice, because if you are sitting back here, of course you have the smallest seat in the house, but it's definitely not tiny. Everything else is repeated on this side too, so we have the same USB-C, and then we have the rear seat adjustments, of course. One thing I really like, it's not really tech or safety, but we do have clips throughout the vehicle for your seat belts. So if you are using this vehicle strictly for storage or just moving stuff around, you can have everything tucked to the side, and that way you have lots of room for whatever it is you're moving around. So all in all, pretty techy, pretty safety, I would say.
This feature you mentioned, same with this, having the button here, I strongly believe they got like 100 people to sit there and think of like, what's the small
what
things
else
people
can we do?
Yeah, exactly, which is great.
There's seriously like not one thing I can think of that.
No, they thought of all the, you know what I want to mention too? This is very like businessy, the insides, right? You got this pinstripe suit looking kind of, it's
Only
nice.
you, Mike, would compare a Palisade to a suit.
Well, I was going to say mafia, but
Oh my gosh.
pinstripe mafia suit, but you know.
Aria Krish said, I'm very confused between the Telluride or Palisade. It's tough because mechanically they are the same vehicle. They share the same engine, the same transmission, almost entirely the same safety features.
Yeah, like I'm Hyundai. We could get Tim in here. Me and Tim will arm wrestle because he's Kia, and then whichever one wins, you buy. No?
Rain Person 100 said, does it come with safety features? Did you watch the video?
Yeah. We need a
we
third
just
video
talked
on the
about a
safety
bunch of them.
features.
Honestly, guys, there's so much more too. So of course it still has blind spot detection, but it goes the extra step to show you your live camera feed as well too. Forward collision avoidance, picks up pedestrians, cyclists, even in junction turns. So if you do have a busy intersection, it'll pick up oncoming traffic. Even lane changes for collisions there. If I go to change lanes to the right, of course I can see my blind spot camera, but if I miss that and I still go, my vehicle will use opposing brake force to pull me back into my originating lane to avoid a collision.
Prince saying that he's hearing a lot of news, Kia and Hyundai engines failing, a lot of recalls. Nope, you don't have to worry. Those aren't even close to the recalls, right? That I hear, minor stuff, right?
Yeah, there were some recalls in 2011, I believe, to some 2016 models, and they all shared the same engine. So there was one engine that was plagued with issues, and it was a 2.4 liter four-cylinder. My Optima actually had it, and it was a recall, so you could get it replaced under warranty for free and for lifetime. And that was in North America, I believe. But other than that, I mean, they got a bad rep for that. And yeah, it was the GDI engine, like Romac said, and Ronak, sorry. But since then, we've had some solid cars.
Yes,
very solid cars.
Yes, exactly. That's why we're in the top three, both brands,
Yep.
in the top three spot now, which is great, and that was very recent. Within the last
constantly
year.
winning awards.
Yeah, I mean,
build quality is fantastic.
Yeah.
we're good now. If I buy a car, can I sniff her hair? That is terrifying. Absolutely not. Thanks, guys, for clearing that few. No problem, Prince.
I can't get what?
Did you just completely zone? Can I sniff her hair?
Because like oh my god.
Anthony, seek help. Japan Quake said, I hope y'all are having a good day. I hope you're having a good day. Thanks again for watching. So Japan Quake, or Jake, that's his real name. He's always watching our channel, and we love to see him here.
Yeah. Actually, once or twice I didn't see you on, and I asked him, like, who's Japan Quake?
We're missing somebody here. I think the Sportage HEV got Car of the Year. I thought
Did it?
Probably.
Do you
Honestly,
have an
probably.
award sitting out there?
Every year we get Car of the Year for, it's been years straight now. It's just like, which one is it this year? I don't know. Does Hyundai have an equivalent car to the Kia Rio? They used to have the Accent, but not anymore. And Kia is actually axing the Niro.
Axing the Accent?
Axing the Rio.
Axing the Rio, sorry.
Yeah.
Axing the Rio, okay. So I guess it's, you're looking at, instead of those very compact sedans, you see that with a lot of companies. They're going away from that, and they're just making small sedans, bigger sedan, and then we're going SUV all the way.
Some pour a bucket of water on Gabby quick. Do you think I'm a witch? Is that why? How's the trunk space? Can you sit back there? You can absolutely sit back there.
Oh, I got that now. No, I'm not even going to dive into that water one. I understand that. Continue reading the question about the cars.
Oh, okay.
How's the trunk space? Can you sit back there?
How's the trunk space? Yeah, we just showed us sitting like in the actual trunk itself.
Like that? Yeah. I mean, like sit what? Like sit and like cast my fishing line, or like someone clubbed me over the head and put me back there and I feel I'm comfortable being kidnapped. Like in that sense, I don't know what they mean by that.
Does this calligraphy come with the heated third row seats?
No.
So no, at this point, none of our three-row vehicles have heated very, very rear seats. I've been using the 2023 Kia Sorento SX since December 2022. I drove 8,000 kilometers so far. To be honest, I am loving all the safety features in it. Prince, you will love that car so much more as you drive it more. We just filmed one on Friday, and I think the Sorento SX is my absolute favorite SUV between Kia and Hyundai. It is by far my favorite.
Yeah, you can tailgate in it. Yeah, I fished out of the back of here too, like me and two people. So you could tailgate for sure.
Ronak said it's so big you need 2 videos. Yeah, there's a lot in this vehicle that we just can't do it in one video.
If you watched last week, Tuesdays, we did have the first half of the stuff in there for sure. The stuff. Oh, yeah, I really could think today. I saw a couple other questions.
Oh my goodness. Ronak said, Gabby, I once saw you in Tomala.
What's Tomala?
My old work when I was in high school.
Oh.
That is crazy. I never thought anybody would recognize
Wait,
it from there.
what is Tomala?
It's a Portuguese restaurant.
Oh, my wife's Portuguese. She'd be so mad I didn't know that. What's your
my
favorite
gosh.
Portuguese restaurant? That's a good question.
It's hard. There's not that many great ones.
No, I find that the small mama shop bakery by me has the best food.
Toronto has the best food, and they have every single dish, every single culture, like anything you want, you'll find in Toronto. Where I live, we don't really have that too much.
So people ask me, why do you drive all the way here from Toronto for work? I'm like,
Yeah.
it's the lifestyle there. It's different.
Yeah.
I'll make the sacrifice. Okay, I saw a couple other questions I totally forgot I wanted to answer.
Oh my gosh, I seen Gabby at Lamridge Mall once. Was shy to say hi. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh no.
Remember when you said, I wonder if I'll ever get recognized in public? There you
Guys,
go.
if anyone ever sees me in public, please. I just know I look like a troll
I
or
say
something.
just go, hey Gabby, and then run away. She doesn't see you, so she's always looking around.
No, definitely say hi. I will probably be very shy, but that is pretty cool. That is wicked. Gabby is famous YouTube person there. No, we're not famous.
You're Brantford famous.
Maybe, yeah, just, no one's recognized me in Brantford except like some customers will come in and be like, I see you on YouTube all the time. I'm like, what?
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Tucson hybrid, 1 year wait, 1 year and a half, Matthew.
Yeah.
Anything hybrid, anything electric.
Yeah, that's tough right now still. Things are getting better production-wise, but yeah.
Yeah, how to see lane in the display while driving the Palisade. It doesn't show, yeah, it shows your lane, it shows the lanes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that guy asked if we could sit in the trunk to show the space. Mike, you want to sit in the trunk? How do you feel about the trunk today?
Yeah, like in tailgating or kidnapping, because there's 2 different ways to sit in here.
I think you could.
I'll do both.
Yeah,
I'll do both.
I
Okay?
want to see both. Definitely give some drama.
Yeah, so I'm hanging out here. Oh, nice. You know, I like this little metal thing. You know, I've actually done this before, just fishing off of it, looking around. Kind of. No, I'm joking about that.
Oh my gosh.
Or somebody, let's say that seat's all the way back. You put
Yeah.
it all the way back. I can still fit in it with it all the way back. Actually, it's nicer because I can put
Yeah.
my back now if I was kidnapped.
Yeah. So do you think I could close this?
Like not with. Wait, the seat isn't. It's gonna hit my thing.
Goodbye.
Oh no, we're good. We're good.
So it fits
A lot of room
Mike.
back here. Yeah, see? It's nice. Yeah.
It fits a grown man.
I can turn on the light.
There is a lot of space.
You had the seat back, and I was afraid it was going to crush my legs, like because it was all the way back, and there wasn't much room. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, lots of space to. I don't know. I wouldn't take a nap back there. I'd put the seats down, but yeah, no, you can sit in the back. You can tailgate. I want to put a small barbecue in the back
Yeah.
because I know that might be what you're getting at a little bit. Not like a truck. Not like a truck. So no.
Hola, Gabby. I love Palisade. Me too.
Oh, I saw this comment where someone said, why would you buy a Genesis if you could just buy a Hyundai or a Kia that's top of the line trim? I agree with you
That's
there.
fair. Yeah,
I
that
agree
is
with
quite
you
fair.
there. Yeah, that's literally what we said before.
Gabby is famous. You should open your personal channel like Motor Mouth. I love it here. Imagine how many iguanas could fit there. So many iguanas.
I don't want to know.
So many. I think we'll have to.
No, we're not Mr. Beast. We're not buying 5,000 iguanas and stuffing them in a car.
I don't see any reason wrong. Like,
What are we going to do with the iguanas after?
we could do like an adoption thing, like an adoption event. How many kids do you want Gabby to fit inside this SUV when you have kids? I'm gonna fill it up with iguanas, not kids.
Yeah, I think for me 2 is enough. Not because of the room, the screaming. I can take 2 kids screaming. That's it.
How much do you want for Mike? He is free with any purchase.
Yeah, like as a chauffeur,
Yeah.
just to deliver the car.
Yeah. Why didn't they come with auto folding side mirrors? So a couple of our cars don't have them. And
Is
the
it
style.
not? Yeah.
I believe this one does.
So here's
We'll
a
have to
funny thing
test
about
it.
a couple features on this car. So I had the Santa Fe Calligraphy, and that had obviously the steering assist, right? And it had the park assist, where you could put your car forward and backward. Now that wasn't in the 2022 Palisade, so I thought it was an issue of size why they didn't have that. But I guess it's just because they were just testing the features.
If anyone is curious about where the camera for the rear view camera comes from, it's right up here. So it has a completely clear view of whatever is behind you. It's pretty high up too. So exactly what you would see in your regular rear view.
No, doesn't
so no
fold.
power fold.
You're right. I guess that's next on the list, right?
Yeah.
For them to do. But again, you know, I mean, you get it on the Santa Fe because I'm driving a 22 with it. And there are a lot of features on the 22 Santa Fe that weren't on the 22 Palisade, so maybe it will get there.
Let's see. How tall are you, Gabby? I am 5'3". You mentioned last week that there was close to 40 cars not spoken for and would be up on the website. Are they already on the website for us to see?
Yeah, so if you go to, obviously, BrantfordHyundai.ca, go into the new car section, you'll notice very clearly that some of the cars are indicated with pictures with black backgrounds that say test drive unit only. Those are the units we have you can test drive, obviously, in order. Anything else that just has a white background with just the new car photos, those are actually available for purchase right now. And we're getting more in. So we have a whole list of cars that are being built right now that are going to send to us. I don't want to put those online right away. But yeah, go on there, keep checking. Every day you'll see more inventory we have. It's good news for us, at least at the Hyundai store. We got more cars than we thought they were going to send us this month, and they're sending even more. So yeah, I mean, you can come in and test drive a vehicle and actually leave with it. Didn't think I would say that for a while.
Yeah. Gabby, when are you going to start that arm sleeve tattoo? What? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Why? Because tattoos are addictive. Saving money is more addictive, which should be the only addiction.
Saving money so you can buy the Kia or Hyundai of your dreams is the way to go. All right, guys, we are at 47 minutes, and oh my gosh, that is too long.
Are we? Ooh,
yes.
Okay.
We're going to end off today's live video. I do have a customer coming in shortly to meet with me too, so that's not great. Of course, if you guys have any questions that we may have missed in this video, please leave them below as a regular question. And we will be posting again tomorrow live at 3 p.m. And that's actually just a Q&A period.
That was the first I love you I got, so I got to shout that out.
Someone said, I love you, Mike.
Oh,
that's marry me, Mike. Mike!
What? Look at that. You know, for every 5,000 you get, I got one.
Oh my goodness. He said, wait, who the heck is Mike? Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Someone just asked about dealership contact, so you can find either of our dealerships in the description once this video is posted. This is just BrantfordKia.ca, BrantfordHyundai.ca, or OwenSoundHyundai.ca.
.com, I think.
.com?
Hyundai, yeah, that's
I thought we
.com.
were .ca.
OwenSoundHyundai is .com.
Oh, that's strange. But
just Google it.
Yeah, Google it. You guys can find it. We're all open until 7 today. Sales is open until 7.
Yes.
I'll also have a link that you can email me directly, and I can refer you to someone on our sales team, whether it be our Kia store or our Hyundai stores. All right. He's saying you look taller a lot.
Zorn's not your brother, is he?
No, I don't think so. I do have a brother, but I don't think he watches our videos.
You guys are messing with us. I got to get back to work.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, we got to go to work. I don't know if you guys are working right now, but you should get back to work probably. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.